Welcome back to Dog Talk West Virginia. I'm Shane Rains, and in this week's episode, we'll hit on last week's tournament results and coming up weekend tournaments, so stay tuned. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Dog Talk West Virginia. Here we are, end of April, beginning of May. It's May 2nd. The spring season has absolutely flown by, it seems. I know we all say it, and it's like, my goodness, where did spring go? Where did the spawn go? These fish, they just move fast. They move fast. It seems like we're always behind the eight ball at times, but the fishing is really good. As we all know, it's getting better, and but here we are. We're into May. We only got about 2 more months before tournament season kind of levels off a little bit. And when it gets hot in the summertime, we all know the tournaments kind of slow down a little bit as it kind of goes along with the fishing. So, but in this week's episode, kind of a lot to cover. So hang there tight with me, and let's recognize some of these anglers that did well last weekend. And also, we will hit on some of the tournaments coming up this weekend. So, and also, before we get into it, let me know what you all think. I know this is kind of repetitive on a week-to-week basis. It's the last few weeks it's been hitting on tournament results and upcoming tournaments. I've got a lot planned. Of course, we all work, and I've been wanting to fish as well, so things have been kind of slower. So just let me know what you like to see. This is about all of us, for all of us. So if you want to see a little more tournament results, we can dive into that. Of course, I'd like to do some more angler interviews and a lot of that stuff still to come. So just leave me a comment below with what you think you'd like to see. Like I said, it's about all of us. So we'll get right into some tournament results. And we'll start off on a note that we're not used to. I know I hit on it last video. Canal River Catfish Club had their tournament out of Nitro. And they had 33 boats. 72 anglers showed up. Josh Antill and Brian Antill. I follow along with these guys are always right there at the top. First place, 81, just a little over 81 pounds, 81.10. They took big fish honors of 36.55 pound catfish. So $720 for the win, 150 for the big fish, so that's a great payout. So if you're interested in some catfishing, I gotta get with Adam Scott soon. I hope sometime this year. I want to hop in the boat. I want to kind of show up and see what all this is about. It's pretty neat, something a little bit different. So shout out to all those guys and gals that fished that. It looks like second place Rob Ellis, Brandon Wallace, 62.2. Michael Ramey, Marissa Perkins, 60.25 for third. Sean Penix and Donald Raines, 59.30 for fourth place. And Adam Scott and Cody Williams, fifth place, 57.55. So it looks to me like the catfish are absolutely biting. So great turnout. Congratulations to all the top finishers. And we'll move right on to the next one. Hometown Bass Boys Elk Fork Tournament. It looks like they had a 15 boat show out. They been getting a few more boats. I'd say due to the water conditions, it was extremely muddy. But with that being said, there were some fish caught. And I hope I pronounced this right. I know Ryan Letta and Joe Farson, first place, 81.25 total inches and 5 fish. Second place, Andrew Clark, Jimmy Eddy, 5 fish for 77.5. Jason Feltis and Ryan McLean, 71.75 for third. Fourth place, Chuck Kendall, Andrew Norman, 4 fish, 65.5. Fifth place, Ron Woodford, and it looks like Josh Woodford, 4 fish for 61.5. So great turnout. And shout out to Rob. I can never pronounce his last name, but Rob, I know you'll follow this. Stuck his new personal best, giant bass out there, I believe this last weekend. I think it was Saturday as well. Almost 8-pound bass, absolute giant. Congratulations on your new personal best. Hope you break that thing here soon. So, and let's get into Trail of Dreams. Trail of Dreams was at Summersville for the Master Series. I know I covered it last video. Master Series, big event, big payout. And And the win goes to Jeff Carruthers and Steve Whittington. Jeff, congratulations. Steve, congratulations. Great bag of fish. 10 pounds, 9 ounces for the win. We'll go to the top 5 real quick as well. Dwight Justice, Tommy Thompson, 9.15 for second. Randy Huffman, Mike Richardson. No surprise with these guys. 9.14 with only, well, let's see. No, they had 4 smallmouth. They had largemouth in that bag as well for their 5th fish. So congratulations to those guys. J.R. Hoops and Al Fernat, 9.10 for 4th place. And Brad Backus and Carl Koger rounded out your top 5 for 9 pounds, 7 ounces. So those top 5 teams will actually automatically earn their spot into the no entry fee championship on the Kanawha River. So congratulations to those top qualifying teams. Also, again, Jeff Carruthers, Steve Whittington. Jeff fishes almost all these tournaments, always there, and very happy for Jeff and Steve pull out the win. That's a great bag of fish, so congratulations to all of you. So we'll move right on to the Southern West Virginia Kayak Anglers had their very first tournament of the year online tournament. And I know I covered that. They opened up a bunch of bodies of water for that. Jason Plumley took the win, 70 1/4 inches. Jason does a lot of work for the club, so congratulations, buddy. Big win, you deserve it. 2nd place, Greg Ward, 65.50. Looks like 3rd place. Looks like I just have the Tourney X results. I only have first initial, so sorry if I don't know your first name, but it looks like an A Hill for 64 3/4 for 3rd place. Brad Richardson, 4th place, 63 1/4, and Bud Vance rounded out your top 5 for 61 1/4. If I said that right, Brad Richardson has 63 1/4 and Bud Vance 61 1/4. So congratulations to all those folks. Great turnout. I know the fishing was tough a lot of places. The Ohio River was blowed out. It's still kind of high, and they got a ton of rain still coming, so that's going to be a mess for the weekend, I'm sure. So there were some tournaments canceled last weekend due to that weather. So definitely keep in mind with the weather coming that there could be some changes to some of the tournaments we talk about as well coming up. So keep that in mind. All right. So we will get right into the West Virginia Kayak Anglers. They had a members only, a pretty cool tournament. It was an 8-hour challenge, smallmouth only. And with a lot of the rivers blowed out, you had to go find some fish. You had to go find some fishable waters. And that was a 2-day deal. And you could actually pick whichever day to fish your 8 hours. So that's pretty cool. And for the win, Jay Sisk, 76 inches. Congratulations on your win. Looks like rounding out the top 5, we have R. Freeman. I believe that's a Riley Freeman, 64 inch. And Brandon Wamsley, 63 1/4 for 3rd. John Rapp started West Virginia Kayak Anglers. Does a great job. John, congratulations on your 4th place finish. Total of 36 inches. And a R. Garvin Aglia. I hope that's right. I'm sure I hacked that pretty bad, but congratulations, man. 31 1/2 for 5th place. So I apologize. You have to correct me on that, man. But we'll move on to the next one. So this is kind of cool. Kanawha River Bass Club put on a tournament on Sunday, and on Saturday, of course, was the Wayne Pioneers annual Nick Clado's Memorial Tournament. So I've followed along with all these tournament results, and I have to congratulate these guys. They are on fire. Greg Lewis and his grandson, Dylan Mullins. I don't know how young this young man is that fishes with his grandpa, but I tell you what, they are on fire. They won a Marshall event, I believe. I could be wrong. I believe they have even another win, and then they went back-to-back Saturday and Sunday wins. congratulations, guys, and congratulations to that young man, Dylan. I love seeing the youth involved. We all do. And to see a young man and his grandpa show up and put a hurting on everybody is really, really neat. And congratulations to you all. I'm glad you all got to experience that together. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Love following along what you're all doing. Great year so far, guys. All right. So we'll go into the West Virginia Bass Federation. West Virginia Bass Federation had their team tournament buddy trail that was at Burnsville, and that was on Sunday. So that tournament, they had a great turnout, 37 boats. Of course, no stranger to the top of the list, no stranger to a first place finish to a win. Robbie and Robert Fleshman, father-son team, 86 years young. Robert Fleshman, another win under their belt this year. I believe they won a Bass Nation event earlier this year at Sutton, I believe. I could be wrong, but I know these guys catch fish. With the win, 1542. Big bag of bass at Burnsville. That's absolutely awesome. Charlie Hanshaw, Jeff Hanshaw, 1271 for second. Third place was Chris Morris, Alan Morris, with 1251. A lot of tight bags right there. Everybody's really, really close. Tim Wade and Dave Rice, fourth place finish with 1238, and rounding out your top five is Mike Goff and Alex Goff. They weighed in 1192. Like I said, a lot of really, really good bags. I mean, you go straight down. There's a few 10-pound bags, 9 and 8-pound bags. So a lot of good fish caught. Congratulations to each one of you on another good finish for all of you. Great tournament, great tournament. So we'll get into something a little bit different. Kayak fishing. So this is the Kayak Bass Fishing is an organization. KBF, they run a bunch of tournaments, so they started this year. They do have a trail series, and they also have a pro tour. They just started this year. We have several anglers in our region that do fish our areas and a lot of our tournaments in the area that do follow the pro tour. Several different regions across the United States. So there was a pro tour event, trail event. They operate hand in hand, same time. But a notable finish at the KBF Pro Tour event on Lake Guntersville in Alabama. And that would be no stranger, Jody Queen from Virginia, but I would consider him a home West Virginian angler. He spends a ton of time here fishing. Jody's a great guy, great ambassador for the sport. Congratulations, Jody. Fourth place finish at the Pro Tour event on Guntersville, 84 1/4. Great tournament, buddy. And then another regional tournament, the trail tournament for KBF in a different area. This was actually, let me double check my notes, the Northeast region trail event. And that was held in Mineral, Virginia on Lake Anna. So they had actually 3 different tournaments going on at one time. So an angler could register for all 3 or 1 or 2 or what have you. So there was the Virginia Kayak Bass Challenge tournament series held there. That was the host club, host event, and then also there was a trail event and also the pro tour event, KBF Pro Tour. So as far as the Virginia Kayak Bass Challenge, some notables, some really nice fish caught. Let's see, Tim Isaacs. A bunch of us know Tim. Tim has and still does fish big boat tournaments, followed all the local trails for a long time, took a full jump into kayak fishing over the last few years. We do still see him out in the big boat on occasions. Tim is actually having a great year, great start to this year. He ended up taking home 4th place finish on the Kayak Bass Challenge side of it. Also, Joey Johnson, he's had a phenomenal year as well, and he's kind of jumped on board, and he's traveling all over. Great finish at the National Championship. Several other really great top finishes. He finished in 3rd place. Congratulations, Joey, 79.5 inches, and of course, Tim had 78 1/4 inches for 4th place. But this angler is pretty well got something figured out this year. He's on a roll. He won the first MSKA, Mountain State Kayak Anglers event, and went down to this event and registered. I believe he fished both the trail and also he fished, the actual Virginia Kayak Bass Challenge. Mark Edwards with the win. That'd be two, I would consider it 2 in a row. He left Jackson County, come down, he won this event. 87 inches, great bag of fish. Not only that, took home $1,199, big payday, and a brand new bona fide kayak, RS 117. Mark, great tournament, buddy. Congratulations. You're killing it, dude. Killing it. So, also notables on the first part of that Virginia Kayak Bass Challenge. Mark with the win with 87, Joey Johnson 79.5, like I said, and of course Tim Isaac 78.25. But then you'll jump over to the trail side of that event, so the actual trail series. Notables: Mark finished second place in the trail event, 87 inches. Of course, you can use your same fish for each event, so that works out great. Of course, Joey Johnson and Tim rounded fourth for Joey, and Tim held on to a fifth. And also someone that spends a ton of time down in our area fishing and won Mountain State Kayak Anglers Angler of the Year last year. That would be Russell Johnson, my good buddy from up in Pennsylvania. So we got to give him some love. Great job, Russ. Also, jump right into the pro event. Same tournament, same, like I said, same body of water. Everything was on Lake Anna. And on the pro side of it, Tim took a second place finish, enough for a second, and Russell Johnson 5th place, and the 2016 KBF National Champion, Matt Ball rounded out a 7th place finish. So great top 10 there. Congratulations, everyone. Awesome tournament. So that's some tournament results. Like I said, water was a little off. We had a ton of rain. We got a ton of rain coming, and just as soon as things start leveling out here, we got a lot of rain. I heard inch and a half of rain coming, and that's going to start, let's see, tonight into Friday, I believe, or Friday at some point. So we're going to get some rain. And like I said, let's all be safe on the water, be aware of the issues with rising water and muddy water. You can't see real well, so floating debris if you're on the rivers. Lakes also, lakes come up, so you know there's a ton of debris in some of these lakes. So please be careful. Wear your life jacket and also a kill switch at all times. And use a buddy system at all times, especially if you're in a kayak. Let somebody know where you're going. So, let's get right into some upcoming tournaments and an important announcement. Marshall University bass fishing team, the Trail, they actually had to move their third round of the Wildcat division from May 4th. They're actually rescheduled to May 18th. There were some discrepancies with schedules. Unfortunately, they got their final exams and school comes first. So great call, boys. Definitely education's first. So everyone, please pass that information along if you don't already know. So also get into West Virginia Bass Federation this weekend. They're holding their annual Jim Catherman Youth Tournament. I believe that is on Sunday, that's either Saturday or Sunday, May 5th. Either way, both these tournaments are on Sutton. They're also having the Dale Dottie Junior State Championship. That'll be held on Sutton this weekend as well. If you want some more information, please reach out to West Virginia Bass Federation, and they can give you a little bit more information on that. You do have to provide your own boat and a boat captain, as junior anglers have to have an adult on the boat and running the big motor. So, some cool stuff going on there. Also, Mountain State Kayak Anglers this weekend. It's a new tournament for this year. I know I hit on it. I believe mentioned it. They are going to the AEP Recreation Land in Ohio. There's a pile of lakes up there, very small little ponds, bigger ones. Either way, tons of water, a lot of big bass. I've heard about this place for a few years now, and I tell you, it's chock full of giants. So there's going to be a really cool event going on there. They're offering free camping for everyone fishing the tournament. So that's going to be really, really neat. So you got a pile of guys and gals heading up tonight, tomorrow, going to pre-fish a little bit. So that's a really cool event. I can't wait to see what kind of quality fish come out of here. I've seen some pictures for some buddies, and that place is loaded. So love what they did there to offer some wonderful fishing on a recreation, piece of property that they came in and reclaimed. They got it to where we can actually use it. So AEP, kudos to you all, and it's great that they're offering an event there. So Mountain State Kayak Anglers this weekend. Also, West Virginia Kayak Anglers has a pretty cool event. The schedule on Tourney X is May 4th through the 6th, and that is a MLF style, I believe, 4-hour challenge. Looks like smallmouth bass only, so that's kind of neat. I'm not 100% sure if that's still going on, but you can reach out to West Virginia Kayak Anglers on Facebook, message their page. John Rapp would be happy to answer any questions for you. So that's really cool. They got a bunch of really cool events, team events, individual events. It's really, really great what they got going on. Also, something new. Poker River Bassmasters came out on Facebook and said, hey, listen, we got a cool announcement. And what they've done, they've embraced the Tourney X CPR style tournament management system. So they have implemented that, started this, and this starts May 4th at 7 a.m. and it's running, it looks like August 31st. Now, that's what it is on Tourney X. I believe this is just kind of, they're running a several month-long tournament. Everything's online. You upload your fish there. That's going to be really cool, and that's on any public West Virginia water. So as long as everyone can access this, you can fish off a boat, a kayak, wading, from the bank, whatever you see fit. It's really neat. So they're introducing a huge group of people to tournament fishing. You can fish at your own pace, wherever you want, as long as it's public water. So that's just a really, really cool setup to offer and introduce more people into tournament fishing. So love what you're all doing. That's really, really neat. And there's a 10-inch size limit, so minimum 10 inches. And they're actually taking your 10 best fish. You'll be able to call up throughout that whole tournament, throughout those several months. So that's going to be really, really cool. So a great thing that you are doing. Also, Bass Nation of West Virginia. Southern Open Series is at Summersville this weekend. Southern Open Series. Anyone can fish these. It is an open. Summersville Lake. And this is out of Battle Run. So that is the 4th on Saturday. No membership required. Now here's a key deal with Safe Light and Sunrise earlier and earlier. Safe Light, they will be fishing from Safe Light to 3 p.m. Safe Light is currently around 6:20. They're asking that everyone be in the water and ready by 6 a.m. So that's important. They're going to be taking entries near the bathroom facilities down by the ramp at Battle Run. So if you don't have anything going on, Summersville Lake, any questions, message Bass Nation of West Virginia. Reach out to Tyler Webb, Southern Delegate. He will answer any questions you have. They have been getting a great turnout for this series, so super excited for this tournament. So best of luck for everyone up there. Also, something kind of new. FLW has paired up with Kayak Bass Fishing for the first ever FLW Kayak Bass Fishing Open that will be held on Nickajack Lake in Tennessee. And this is actually running in conjunction with their tour event for the pros on Chickamauga. So that is going on this weekend. It is something brand new. It's very exciting. It's proof that kayak fishing tournament scene has absolutely bombarded the market, and they've made a wonderful partnership with FLW, and so basically they're fishing on separate bodies of water, but there's going to be a kayak angler walk across the FLW stage, his or her name announced as the first ever FLW Kayak Bass Fishing Open champion, and if I'm not mistaken, actually there will be some anglers that can qualify through the Open to go to a actual FLW Kayak Bass Fishing Cup. So it's really exciting. It's really exciting. Some new big things going on. I do know we have some anglers heading that way to fish. So best of luck to each and every one of you. And I hope one of you that we know from or in and around West Virginia walk home as the first ever champion. So best of luck to each one of you out there. So I'm going to go right back through my last list. Just double check and make sure I've hit on everything as far as upcoming tournaments. One that's I didn't have on my list originally is a Bass Sportsman's event at Burnsville. That is Sunday the 5th. and that is Bass Sportsman's Burnsville. Mark Gowdy puts on that series. Always have a great turnout. So Burnsville Sunday, Bass Sportsman's event. You can get online, Facebook, shoot me a message. I can get you in contact with Mark if you do have any questions. But so there is a tournament at Burnsville. And it looks like that does wrap up as far as the upcoming tournaments. Now, this last weekend, I don't have the results yet, was the Northern State Qualifier for the high school anglers through Bass Nation of West Virginia. I don't have the list of the qualifiers quite yet. 30-plus teams showed up. I think they were taking a little under or right about half of those teams to qualify for the state championship. And then, of course, this weekend, Bass Nation of West Virginia, their Buddy Trail event and also the high school event that was scheduled on the Ohio River out of Gallipolis was moved due to the conditions. Everything will be held on the Kanawha River in Charleston, West Virginia. I believe Daniel Boone Ramp. So if you don't have anything going on this weekend, the adults will be fishing the Buddy Trail on Saturday. The high schoolers will be fishing on Sunday for their state championship qualifier. So they'll take a set of number of teams out of there. They'll qualify for the state. So if you don't have anything going on and look for something to do, there will be a weigh-in. It should be around between 3 to 4. I believe most of their tournaments are actually weigh-ins somewhere around 4. So by the time we get everybody in the water. So come down around 3, waiting on all the boats to come in. You get to see some of these anglers weigh in bags of fish. That's what it's about. Support our youth. So that's very exciting as well. So that's that. Like I said, that was a change. So they definitely moved that. And of course, coming up in a few weekends, I will be at the high school state championship. At least that is my goal, to be there. I want to do some filming, some documenting, and we want to talk to these kids and see how excited they are and how they're feeling for their state championship. And that will be held at Stonewall. So a lot of exciting things. I hope I don't bore you with all these results. I feel like our anglers deserve the credit that they deserve. They deserve the recognition for going out and winning these tournaments and doing well. I know, like I said, this kind of gets repetitive, but I want to be able to hit on some of that. Also talk about some upcoming tournaments every week at least, and we might find a little bit different way of doing so in the future. But for now, and until things settle down a little bit with some tournaments, then it's kind of the way we're going to roll with it. But if you have any comments, if you want to see something a little bit different, if you have an idea for me, you have a contributing idea, if you have an idea that you want to work on that we can work together to share, reach out to me. I think it'd be really cool. This is all about us, the anglers, the youth, conservation. It's everything that we can do as a group together to help grow the sport that we love. So, thanks again for joining me, and as always, we'll see you on the water. Have a great day. And as always, if you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button, like and share, and hit that bell icon to be notified when a new video drops.